be magical. May your Tuesdays be terrific. May every day be very wow because you choose them to be. It's the end of the day and I've got a great question. What if? What if today you were really disciplined? You did everything you said you were going to do. You exercised, you ate healthy food. You trained to do something that you really love to do, whether that's education, physically or mentally. And I'm standing here on my husband's outdoor exercise martial art training area. I've created it from scratch. It was just a bit of dirt. And now it's a place to train, fresh air, sunshine, snow-capped mountains, snowy mountains. It's awesome. And it's been completed today. It took a long time, but at the end of this day, I can say this beautiful mission has been completed. And I'm going to ask you that question. When you start a day with something in mind, or you start a week or a month with a mission to complete and you complete it, how does that make you feel? My reverse question of that is what if? What if you don't do what you say you're going to do? What if you say that you're going to exercise and you don't? You promise yourself to eat healthy food and you don't. You promise yourself that you're going to train today or educate yourself today to get better at your sport or better at your business or better at your new career or your career, and you don't. How does that make you feel? And I'm going to take that even a step further because there's two things, according to the psychologists and psychiatrists, that we're motivated by. We are motivated by the pleasure of achieving, doing, loving, or we are motivated by the pain of not doing, hating, not achieving. And I don't know what your motivation is. Mine certainly is this. I hate this. I'm certainly motivated by, and I use this when I'm running marathons, what would a loser do right now? What would an average person do right now? Average people and losers give up, Rowie, and you wouldn't do that. K-Man's the opposite. When he's fighting on a taekwondo mat, when he's fighting on a martial art mat, when he's doing judo or karate, he's always focused on what would a champion do. When I win this competition, how will it make me feel? When I put in my best effort, how will it make me feel? So it's two different headspaces. So there's my first question. What if you have something that you want to achieve? Second question, are you motivated by the pain of not achieving it or the pleasure of achieving it? And could it be a good thing to know? Now, there's going to be pain and pleasure involved in everything that we do. But if your motivation is pain, should you be finding some of those words like I have? How will I feel, or what will happen if I don't, versus what will happen if I do? And the big picture things in life to consider. What if I don't exercise? What if I let my body rot away? My bones get weak, my muscles waste away, my brain wastes away, and I end up with a slow metabolism. I get fat, I get sick, I get weak, I get diseased, I get Alzheimer's and dementia. What will my life be like if I allow that to happen? Versus what if I get fit and I get strong and I get a healthy brain and I don't end up with any of the horrible killer diseases, and I have a body that's fit and strong and healthy and energetic and enthusiastic about life. I can do all the things that I want to do. What happens if I don't do it? What happens if I do it? And maybe it's a combination of all of that will give you the motivation to actually go and do it. And one of the things I love about martial arts, I wish every child was brought into this world with the concept of you need to be a martial artist. For this reason, it's about discipline, it's about respect, it's about commitment, it's about focus, it's about being tough, mentally and physically tough. It's about getting thrown down and getting back up again. It's about getting hurt and recovering fast. It's about winning with grace and style and sophistication, but it's also about losing with grace and style and sophistication, which is why I put the effort in to make this amazing outdoor training area. But I promised myself that I would do it, and I did it. And I'm asking you this question. Whatever you've decided to do today, this week, this month, this year, with the next 5 years, with the next 10 years, what have you decided to do with your life, and will you actually do it? What will be the outcome if you don't do it? Will you regret it? How will you feel? What will be the outcome if you do it? Will you feel powerful, passionate, positive, successful? All those great words. And now we're in a position where we get to make a choice. I decide not to get healthy, fit and strong. I don't get to stay the same now. I'm going to get worse. I decide to be healthy, fit and strong, and I actually get fitter and stronger and better and tougher and wiser, and my life becomes better because I made a decision. It's easy to make a decision though. It's the maintenance of that decision that usually trips people up. And I'm asking, don't get tripped up. If you want to achieve something, make the decision, decide that you're going to do it, decide where the motivation's going to come from. Is it going to be the pain of not achieving, or is it going to be the pleasure of achieving? Some elite athletes will put it like this, and there's many of them that have said this to me. Rowie, I'm not particularly interested in the gold medal, but I don't want silver. I'm not particularly interested in winning, but I hate losing. It's not about the fame and the fortune of winning. It's about the disgust I'll have in myself if I lose. And there's probably an even better thing to consider, or a more important thing to consider. If you put in your 100% effort and you did your on the day, the very, very best you can do, you left it, as they say in martial arts, you left your heart on the mat. You left your every ounce of effort and energy was used up there. Now, whether you win or lose, and K-Man shares this so beautifully, most of his best world championship experiences haven't been from his wins. They've been from his losses, because he's learnt so much from his losses. And he says this beautifully again. If you train hard enough, if you study hard enough, if you put the effort in, if you are disciplined, if you do, you will win. Now, you're going to have losses, and you're going to have bad calls, and you're going to have bad refereeing decisions and bad judging decisions, and that's just called the sport of whatever you choose to do. Unless you're a sprinter, when you're the fastest runner, you win the race. But the beautiful thing is, if you do enough of everything, you'll get what you want. If you don't do anything, you'll get nothing. And if you are undisciplined and do it some of the time, because I'm not sure that there's such a thing to be sometimes disciplined. You either are disciplined or you're not. You either put in an effort and achieve your goal, or you don't. And this half an effort, it's one of the things I always share. I hated being a half marathon runner. What the hell is a half a marathon? The marathon is 42.2 kilometres. The guy ran from wherever he ran to Marathon, which was a town. It was 26 miles, 42.2 kilometres, and he ran that race. And I'm sharing that with you because there's so many times in life where we have an opportunity to stop halfway. We can choose to give up. We can choose to let the weather or the challenge or the people or the tough situation hold us down, pull us back, stop us from achieving. But I'm going to ask that question again. What if? What if you allow somebody to pull you down? How will that make you feel if you allow somebody else to steal your dream, hijack your goal? How will you feel if you don't? How will you feel when you achieve? And it doesn't even have to be about winning. And I use marathon running again. I will never win a marathon. I'm never going to run a 2-hour marathon. But every marathon that I've run, I've put in 100% effort. I couldn't have gone any faster, any harder, done any better. I went as hard as I possibly could the entire way, because I don't want the feeling of I could have, I should have, I didn't. I didn't put in 100% effort. So what can we learn from martial artists? What can we learn from elite athletes? What can we learn from successful business people? I'm going to share with you that, and I have the right to say this, I believe, and I'll just give you my personal opinion. I've been living on this planet for a very long time. I've made lots of mistakes, and I've screwed up thousands of times, and I've done dumb things and stupid things, and all I can share with you is I've learnt from every mistake. I hate making mistakes twice. I've learnt, I've grown, I've educated, I keep getting tougher, stronger and wiser, because one of my driving forces is what if I don't? I never want to look back on a situation with regret. I never want to look back and say, I could have run faster. I could have put in a better effort. I could have got up earlier. I could have learned more. I want to get to the end of my day, which is today, the end of this beautiful day, and I always want to be able to say, I put in my best effort today. Now, best for me is a stupid word, because tomorrow is going to be better. But today, I want to be able to look at the day and say, over the course of today, I couldn't have put in any more effort, any more education, any more time. Please don't waste time. There's a great request for all of us, and I say this to myself every day. I check in with myself on a regular basis throughout the day. It goes like this. Rowie, is what you're doing right now heading you towards your goals or away from your goals? Is what you're doing right now heading you towards feeling great at the end of the day or feeling crappy at the end of the day? And if I feel that's a regular check-in every hour, sometimes every half an hour or 15 minutes. And if I ever catch myself doing stupid stuff that isn't going to head me towards my goals, I just stop it, including thought patterns. If I'm thinking negative thoughts, or I'm thinking being judgmental about somebody, or I'm thinking a stupid thought that's not going to add any value to my life, I catch myself, stop it, change your thought pattern, and make sure you're adding value to your own life. And this is the beautiful thing about that. We choose our words, which means we choose our thoughts, which means our thoughts control our actions control our results. And those are all a choice. Isn't that exciting? So if you catch yourself using negative words, why not change them? If you catch yourself thinking negative thoughts, just think about something else. Get outside and get some fresh air. Come and do some exercise on Rowie's martial arts mat. And I'm asking that there's my doggy saying hello. I'm asking with whatever you've got in your life that's going to add value to your life rather than detract value. Fresh air and sunshine and exercise will always add value. If you put negative people, negative thoughts, negative actions into your life, what will happen? So if you want to live what if you don't? What if you don't eat healthy food? What if you don't look after your body? What if you let your bones and muscles rot away? What will happen? What if you put in the effort and energy every day to get fit, get strong, get mentally tough, do the things that are going to give you an amazing life? There's a choice right there. What if I don't? What if I do? How will I feel if I don't? How will I feel if I do? The people that haven't done, what does their life look like? The people that have done, what does their life look like? And what do I want for myself? So I'll ask the question again. Are you surrounding yourself with people who are disciplined? They're sports people, business people, the people that deserve our respect because they've done something of significance with their life. They're disciplined, they're focused, they're committed rather than lazy, undisciplined and can't be bothered. And I don't want that in my life. And I always ask this, I think almost every day now. How will our kids know that they can have a successful, happy life? How will they know they can be fit and strong if they don't have adults around them that they can be inspired by, or just adults that are the living example of? Would it be a really good idea to ask that question? What if I don't do what's required? What if I do what's required? And how will my life change if I make a positive decision today and maintain that decision? And I'll ask that question again. You may make a decision today to do something, but it's the maintenance of that decision that makes the result happen. So the question is, are you committed, the discipline, the commitment, the focus to, yes, I've made the decision. This is the crossroad today. I've made the decision, but now it's up to me to maintain that decision. I am going to eat healthy food. I am going to be fit and strong. I am going to study. I am going to complete my education. I am going to keep learning every day. I am going to keep getting better and tougher and stronger and wiser every day. And that's why I love martial arts. Commitment, focus, discipline. Wouldn't that be a great example for our kids? And my question is this, are we living the example for our kids? Do they know that they can have a life that isn't miserable and unhappy and shitty job and unhealthy body? Do they know because they can look into our life and see here are people who are disciplined and focused and committed and they have a great life? At the end of your day, how about this? I love my life. Have a listen to that song. It was written by Robbie Williams. He wrote it for his children. And I don't have any children. I just love that song because I would love for you to love your life. I love my life. Woohoo! Thank you for coming to Romax. My name's Rowie and may you be living your life to the max. Woo!